You said older women can still pull, but do they pull better than younger women?
I think it's like almost the same, honestly. I really do, because I mean, a lot of people say, oh, like you're 35, you hit your wall, but younger women don't want older men. Like, at least not significantly older men.
Wait,
like,
younger women don't want older men?
No. I do.
Really?
I think when we say we want older men, we're thinking like 3 to 5 years older, but it's not like I'm 19 and I want a man who's 35.
I think that's pretty much essentially exactly what most women want, especially being a guy that has grown up being around younger women. I've been decently financially successful in my early 20s, which is cool, but at the same time, I have watched women overlook me simply because the fact that they are drawn to men that look like they have it put together, like men almost in their 30s. It's very, very interesting.
I mean, I think generally speaking, most women are dating men like around their age.
Right.
But there's a greater proportion of young women who are going to date, like there's going to be age gap like 5, 10, 15 years. But I would agree, generally speaking, most women are dating men their own age. But there's like, I don't know if it's 5%, 10%, but you don't really see the reverse.
I think a lot of girls have that phase where they're like, oh, I want a man who's like that old, but then you actually do it, and it's like, this guy is literally my dad.
Wait, would you date Brad Pitt?
No.
How about, do you have a type? What's your type? I'll find an old guy that you'll fuck.
I mean, I don't...
Denzel?
I don't have a racial type, if that's
Jackie
what you're
Chan?
asking.
Sorry, I'm just trying to go through all that. Who do you want?
I feel like maybe I would like sleep with these men, but like I wouldn't like date them. No, they would be like my father.
Wait, but
they would be my father's age.
Weren't you the one who said?
If you dated someone your own age, that's like dating your brother.
No, but I can at least relate to that person.
You don't have anything for that?
I can at least relate to that person.
Weren't you the person that had originally said that women should date a man more for the financial side of things? So wouldn't that encourage younger women to date older men? Isn't that exactly what you're doing?
Who are more likely to have their finances.
Yeah, who are more likely to be successful.
I mean, it's different when you're younger. Like, I think
if you encourage that, if you encourage women, go out and like date men more based off of their financial situation, you're going to have a lot of really young ladies dating really old men.
Or even
maybe you could argue that.
Late 20s, 30s. And
I mean, I think...
Yeah, you said women should prioritize finances in the man. So like a 20-year-old, she's going to date a 20-year-old college guy who doesn't make any money? Like what? In your worldview.
If he's willing to give her money, like take her on dates and stuff.
20-year-old college guys don't have money like that. Typically.
They can have a job.
Bruh.
They can have a job.
Starving college student.
She's saying no over here. Even if they have a job, they're probably
I don't think women. I do think women should date older, just not like significantly older. Like I think women generally prefer like 3 to 5 years.
Do you think?
So just two very brief questions. Can you respond first to your first argument, which was that would be like dating my father? How come it's not like dating your brother to date someone 3 years older than you?
Because you don't have to deal with the mansplaining and like just dealing with someone who you don't understand.
Your brother doesn't mansplain? Don't lie.
No, my brother does not mansplain.
Okay, well, most people's brothers.
I mansplain to my sisters.
So the thing is like, why? I don't understand how it is that even mansplaining would have a difference in age. Like, you think that because you're 20 and he's 25, that the mansplaining goes away? Because it doesn't go away. I think
it's to a lesser degree, because I feel like older men, they talk to you like you don't know any better, and you're just like, you're literally a child to them. But it's like, why are you attracted to me if I'm like a child to you? It's just weird.
That was interesting.
What's weird about it?
It's just
weird. Give you the
like it feels.
Does it give you the
radio?
Does it give you the ick?
Yes, it does.
It gives you the ick. Well, let me ask you a question. Since we're on the ick, can you give me a single moral argument, a single one, for why it would actually be immoral for a 20-year-old woman to date or marry a 50-year-old man? Just a single argument that's actually shows that this is immoral.
Well, for the woman, I don't think it's immoral. I don't think it's immoral for younger women to like older people, or for younger people to like older people.
Why is it immoral for the 50-year-old man who has a woman who's 20 who's interested in him to be interested and reciprocate her feeling?
Because younger people, like I think, like once you're under the age of like 25, 21 maybe, you have higher levels of neuroticism, you are dealing with hot and cold cognition, you are dealing with peer pressure, you have a lack of identity.
So we shouldn't let them vote.
Shouldn't let them vote?
Yeah.
I think that we can have like, I don't necessarily, I think that certain privileges can be afforded to, I think that certain levels of privileges can be afforded to different
I don't understand if they're neurotic and stupid and can't make these decisions, but somehow you're going to charge them with the fate of the nation? What? Can you explain that rationale to me?
I wouldn't be completely against it.
So you want to raise the voting age to 26. Okay, so then once they get 26 and their Abdullah oblongata is fully developed or whatever, then it would be okay after the Abdullah oblongata reaches the fruition of Abdullah oblongataness for them to then date a man who's 50 at 26, right?
Yeah, I don't, like, for example, right? I don't think that there would be any moral issue with like a man 50 dating a 30-year-old woman. Or like a 25-year-old woman.
Okay.
Can you help me out with one more thing? The prefrontal cortex. I agree with you. It's fully developed in women at about age 26. But something interesting happens, and I'd like your take on this. Do you know that after it's fully developed, it starts to decay? Mm-hmm. So since it starts to decay, by the time you're 50, it's in a rapid state of decay, in fact, in most people. Mm-hmm. So isn't it the case then, if that's the truth, that a 50-year-old is actually probably more equally yoked with a 20-year-old because their prefrontal cortex is in a state of decay just like the 20-year-old?
No, it's just not the same. Why? Because that 50-year-old actually has knowledge and life experience, whereas that 20-year-old
so it doesn't come down to the prefrontal cortex, it comes down to knowledge.
I never said it came down to the prefrontal cortex necessarily.
Yes, you did. That was your primary argument.
I said that you're dealing with higher levels of neuroticism, a lack of self-identity, you're dealing with
the same things you would find in a 50-year-old due to the prefrontal cortex.
I would have to see some research on that. I wouldn't be sure.
Well, I mean, it decays after 26. You can look it up right now. It decays after 26 years old, becomes in a state of decay, so that means it's been decaying for what, 20 years? So wouldn't they be more equally yoked?
I mean, you could probably argue that there might be something immoral, of a younger woman dating like a 70-year-old or something, because they're really out of it. But like,
oh yeah, so the 20-year-old,
like
70,
a 50-year-old
that's fine,
is
but 20-year-old
still pretty
and 50,
cognizant to me.
So wait, so a 20-year-old and a 70-year-old, that would be fine, but a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old, not fine.
No, that would not be fine.
Why wouldn't it be fine?
I think that the 20-year-old would probably, at that point, I think it would be sick on both sides at that point. Like. So then, what your argument here reduces to then? It would be sick, even though they're mentally at about the same level. So does this mean then that no 20-year-old should date? They're not mentally at the same level.
Why aren't they? If a 70-year-old is in a state of mental decay,
the 70-year-old probably just doesn't remember things and forgets things, and like a 20-year-old is again dealing with higher levels.
So the 20-year-old would be taking advantage of the 70-year-old?
Probably for its money or something.
Oh, okay. So actually, your argument here then reduces to this: Andrew, nobody under the age of 26 should be dating because they're high in neuroticism. They make bad decisions, they make bad choices, so why should they ever date anybody until they're 26? They can't even make informed decisions. Why not raise the age of consent then to 26? Can you tell me why we shouldn't do that?
Because, I mean, I think people who are 26 can just date each other.
Yeah, I know, but why shouldn't we raise the age to 26 if people can't make good decisions before the age of 26?
I don't think we should, because I think to a degree you are like an adult by the age of 18.
Well, like, you're an adult, but you can't choose who you date. You can choose to vote. You can choose to join the military. You can choose to do all of these. You can choose to smoke. You can choose to do all these things, but you can't choose who you date. Really?
You can choose who you date. I just think that the older person
So why would it be immoral then for a 20-year-old to date a 50-year-old?
Can I make an argument here?
Can you let her finish hers?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. So first of all, like, if you're a mother, you're competing in the same dating market as your daughter. You could potentially be talking to the same man.
Why is that immoral?
It's disgusting. Like,
why is it immoral? If I use the argument that we should have no LGBTQ because I found it disgusting, would you accept that as an argument?
No, it's just that I think that...
So then don't use disgusting as an argument. Tell me why it's morally wrong.
I just think it's morally wrong because, again, like, the older man would be taking advantage of the younger woman due to her having a lack of identity.
But I don't disagree with you when you say...
Why are they allowed to date at all until they're 26? Because If they're not competent enough at 20 to pick their partner, right, why are we letting them pick their partners when they're incompetent? You are taking advantage of them, right?
No, because
by allowing them to make those bad decisions?
Like the two 20-year-olds don't have any advantage over each other.
I got a quick question here. Quick question for you. Mm-hmm. So your concern here is you said taking advantage of, mm-hmm. right? So like predatory abusive, right? These age gap relationships are predatory abusive.
Predatory, sure. I mean,
well, you said taking advantage of.
What kind of abuse are you talking about?
Well, you said taking advantage of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you would acknowledge that age gap relationships aren't always that way.
Maybe not, no.
Or do you think all age gap relationships, the older individual is taking advantage, as you put it, of the younger individual?
Yeah, generally, like their naivety and...
But could you imagine a singular age gap relationship where the older individual is not taking advantage of the younger individual?
Maybe.
So what would your objection be in that case? If there's no taking advantage of, and it's an otherwise healthy relationship, the older individual has good intentions, what would be your argument against an age gap relationship?
It would still be an association with like the usual dynamic of that kind of relationship.
But
Can I butt in?
I said that there's good intentions.
Like, I'm not going to investigate every single age gap relationship. Like, I'm just going to go based off of what
many age gap
I generally see the patterns to be.
Well, but I very much agree with your point when you said that women should take a man's finances into consideration when they're dating. They mm-hmm. should date for finances. But at the same time, if you flip it back around, I also think that men should be able to date for attractiveness.
I agree.
So you would agree with that. But in the case of a 50-year-old and a 20-year-old, that's just him exercising that right and saying, hey, I'm 50 years old. I want to date a young, attractive 20-year-old, like pure woman.
I think
Does that make sense?
He can go for 25s. Women in their mid-20s are still attractive.
But what if he wants a 20-year-old? There's no problem with him wanting a 20-year-old.
There's actually scientific evidence that 20 to 23 is peak attractiveness to men of mm-hmm. all ages for women. So that's actually
true.
Like,
that is a good point.
I'm not trying to argue their point, because I have been in a relationship where I was underage. In Georgia, the age of consent is 16. I was 17.
We're not talking about underage relationships.
Right, but that's the age of consent. So that was a relationship that I felt like was not fair because of the age gap. And there is a dynamic within those relationships where there is kind of an authority, on the man over the woman. So it's really just, if you think that that's appropriate in a relationship, then you think that an age gap is appropriate in a relationship. If you don't think that's appropriate, then you don't think that is an appropriate relationship.
Hold on, I'd like you to repeat what you said. So a 20-year-old is a what?
Like, usually 20-year-olds have the phenotype of a child, like of a young.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me investigate this a little bit. You said your original statement was a 20-year-old is a child.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So are you talking? But you're talking about their how they look physically. But what about mentally? Is there a mental component there too?
I wouldn't say they're a child. I would say they're just.
When you say phenotype, you mean their body?
Yeah, I think most 20-year-olds look really young.
Do you look? So you look childlike?
No, not me. I mean, okay. I'm the exception.
But hold on. So just to be clear, but actually, let's investigate this. So let's say there's a 30-year-old who has this phenotype that you consider childlike. So a man who's attracted to a 30-year-old with, like, perhaps she's not very curvy, perhaps she has like a small breast or a small butt, you would say he's a PDF file for dating a 30-year-old woman, and he's 35?
Yeah.
That's actually
if he's attracted to that phenotype.
Wait, so hold on, just to be clear, like, so you're saying that women.
I wouldn't say he's literally a pedophile.
So just to be clear, you're going to throw women under the bus who are perhaps not developed in the breast or the butt or aren't curvy. You're going to say that they're basically that they aren't deserving of like a relationship, or the men that are attracted to them are PDF files. Really?
No,
That's
saying,
literally
like,
what you're saying.
If that's what he's specifically attracted to, if he's attracted to that look. And if he thought that, because a lot of times, like, I've worked with people, and like I've worked with this one woman. She was like 27, but she looked like she was 19.
But if you're attracted to short women, say a guy likes short women, you can't just say, oh, you're a PDF file because you like short women. I
don't think you literally
younger people are usually short.
Oh, so you're figuratively.
I think this is a fair analogy. Let me just ask you a single question. Are you saying then that it's immoral for men who are attracted to those women to date them?
Yeah, like I would not date a man who looks like a teenager if I was a grown woman.
So
even if he was my age.
To you. Hang on. So men who are in relationships with women who love them, who look like this phenotypical expression that you're talking about, the man should leave because he's doing something wrong, right?
No, I don't think he should leave. I just don't think men should be attracted to that in the first place. Like,
then it's not immoral.
It is immoral to be attracted to that specifically.
How is it immoral if you're telling them not to leave?
Because again, like, I don't know how this relationship thrives. If she's actually of age, for all I know, he could have found out.
She's 30 years old, but she just has the phenotypical expression that you would consider to be childlike, and he's attracted to that. Is he and her doing something immoral?
I think.
Are they doing something immoral? Yes or no? Are they doing something immoral?
I think that the man is immoral for being attracted to that and seeking out that phenotype in the first place.
Okay, but they're together now. Is he doing something immoral by being with her?
No, because he knows
so then
her.
What you're saying is that PDF files, as long as they're with the person who loves them, aren't immoral. That's your logic.
Because he knows this woman. He knows how old he knows. Can you let me speak? Can you please let me speak? He knows how old she is now.
You dug your hole.
He knows how old she is. He knows her mindset and her level of maturity now. Like, it's a relationship. And
so
I'm talking about, like, for example, the example I was trying to give, where I was working with this woman who was 27, but she looked like she was 19, and she gets approached by men, and they're like, "How old are you?" Like, while she looks like a teenager, and they're like, "Oh." She's like, "Oh, I'm 27," and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were like 19." It's like, why are you approaching me if you thought I was 19?
I'm sorry, you're over here doing PDF file apologetics. You're over here saying that men who are with women who look like this phenotype are themselves PDF files and should stay in those PDF files.
If they're attracted to that look,
if you
approached a woman who was in her...
for PDF files.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm done.
Can we get some more input from the other girls on the panel, like if they agree or if they think the same thing?
Yeah, we'll like open it up on the age gap thing. I do want to continue just a little bit here. I mean, I'm really confused because so you know Sophie Rain. I'm sure you know who she is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this is a woman who's fairly curvy, big butt. I don't know if she got some cans, some
sadly,
bazongas. I don't know. She's like 19, but I think she started doing like social media stuff, OF, maybe at 18. I think she's 19 now. Putting aside the fact that she's a sex worker strumpet, you're going to tell me that she's like, she would fit the phenotype of an older woman? So you would prefer men dating her even though she's 19, but she has like a more developed figure, versus like a 35-year-old man, versus a 35-year-old man dating like a 30-year-old woman who's perhaps like not as, maybe her breasts aren't as large, her butt's not as large, she's not as curvy. You think that, I'm just trying to understand the logic.
No, I think Sophie Rain looks like younger than what she actually is. Like in the face, she looks 14. Her body is
now
grown.
It just has to do with
her body is grown, but her face looks young. But she's 20, I believe.
She looks her age. I don't know what you're.
She's 20 actually, and
okay, she's 20. Fine.
I mean, what do you?
So which one? Which one is worse in your worldview?
Like for example, Jenna Ortega, I think is her name, the Hispanic girl who did the gothic.
Yeah, Jenna Ortega.
Roll Wednesday.
So just to be clear, you're gatekeeping, like if a woman that's just her genetics. She's just,
I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying any of that. But if a man is attracted to that specific phenotype, and that's what he usually goes for, then that would probably be signs of.
Well, even if she's 30 years old?
Wait, hold on, just to be clear.
Again, I'm not going to date a man who's 30 years old but looks like he's 17.
Wait, I have a question
I'm just not doing it.
I have a question for you. So when it comes to do you agree that when it comes to childhood nutrition, that's going to have an impact on your development? And there's some countries that have
oh my.
Hold on. There's some countries that have worse childhood nutrition. You'd agree with that? And so this is going to have an impact on, perhaps how they develop, right?
Maybe.
I think that.
Stop. Hold on. Okay. So just to be clear, I want you to make a statement that men who find women who live in certain countries, who perhaps these are developing countries, they're third world countries, men in those countries who find that body type attractive because, hey, perhaps there's not good nutrition, whatever. that these men across the board in these countries who are not well developed, they're PDF-philes in this country?
They are not PDF-philes, but they
No. Hold on.
If they're attracted to that specifically, then yes, they are.
What if the majority of
if you know that they're adult women, then you're not a pedophile.
What if the majority of the women in those specific countries have that phenotype? Are the men PDF-philes?
I mean, no, as long as those women are of age.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, they are of age. They're adult women.
Yeah.
But they're attracted to the phenotype, which you said indicates that these men are PDF-philes.
I think that, if that's what their specific type is and that's what attracts them, then yeah.
Okay, so there are certain Asian countries that I can think of where like these are developing countries, and because of this, like the childhood and throughout their teenage years, the nutrition isn't necessarily there. This is going to perhaps have an impact on their bodily development. When it comes to, for example, height in these countries is lower because it comes down to nutrition, right? Mm-hmm. So, are these men who live in these countries, are they PDF-philes?
No, because they're dating.
And we can say this about Latin America. We could say certain Latin American countries. We could say this about.
Do those men look like children too?
Hold on. We could say this about certain countries in Africa. I just want you to say that the men in these countries are PDF-philes. Go ahead.
No, because they're adult women.
What about runway models?
So then what's the problem? What's the problem with an adult man dating an adult woman and this woman happens to have the phenotype which you think is not developed enough?
It's if you again with the actress Jenna Ortega, right? She literally looks like she's 14, but she's like how old is she? I think she's like 23. Yeah, I don't know, but
who are you to dictate what a woman is?
Now you're gaslighting me. I'm not saying what a woman is.
You're saying that I'm just trying to understand, so a woman with small breasts, for example, an A or a B cup, you don't think she's deserving of love because of her body type?
I'm not saying that.
I mean, that's kind of what you're getting at.
Because the people that would be more likely to be attracted to her would be...
What you're... Chris donated $200. Ask women to open a pickle jar and...
We already did.
I don't know how that got... I don't even know.
We already did. She opened it.
I have a question.
Hold on. One sec. It's just you're basically... These, if a woman has an A cup or a B cup, you're just the men who are attracted to her.
It's not about her body type. It's about her face.
You said phenotype.
Yeah, phenotype includes the face.
Can we talk about
it's not just about women who are flat chested?
Wait, just to be clear. No. So you'd be let's say there's a 14-year-old who looks like she's 25. You're okay with men being attracted to her?
If he's attracted to that girl, then he's attracted to what a girl. But if he finds out her age and then that would be pedophilia. Yes.
I don't know. You're doing some crazy apologetics.
If she looks like a grown woman and he's attracted to the way that she looks.
This is consistent. So what she's saying is consistent. So she's saying this. Okay, and let me just steel man it. You can tell me if I get your position wrong. She's saying if a man is attracted to a phenotype which looks adolescent, then he's a PDF-phile. That's what you're saying. So you're saying that if a man was attracted to an adolescent who had the development of a 25-year-old, so he wouldn't know, so he is not a PDF-phile, right?
If he didn't know her age and he's attracted to the way she looks, then no, that would not be pedophilia.
Right. So I'm correct, right?
Exactly.
I steel manage your position correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have one quick question for you. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with me, and do you agree with Brian and the men here, and I'm sure every woman here, that if a man were engaged with a woman, okay, who had, he found out was in that age bracket, he didn't know before, that he should leave immediately, even if she had those same phenotypical adolescent, she phenotypically looked adolescent, but he thought she was 25 or whatever, he should get away immediately if she is actually underage, right? He's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But if the same man was engaged with a woman who phenotypically had that expression who was 25, you say he should stay. How's that not pedophile or PDF-phile apologia? Can you explain that to me?
Wait.
Because what you're saying is, if you are a PDF-phile and you're engaging in this activity, you should stop immediately, and then you hold a double standard for the same man who's engaging in that same nature of activity by your own admission. So you're apologizing for the PDF-phile. There's no way around it.
No, because that woman would actually be of age.
Yeah, but he's attracted to that phenotype, which means he's a PDF by your own admission. And if you're saying he should stay with her, then that means you're doing PDF apologia.
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, I could get behind that. Yeah, he would be.
So you are a PDF apologist. Thank you.
How am I a PDF apologist though? It's not actually pedophilia if she's of age.
You literally just said that if he's attracted to that phenotype, he's a PDF. If you then say they should stay together because they love each other because they're both of age, then you are saying that this PDF, right, should be with this woman even though he's a PDF. It's PDF apologia. You're saying that as long as you're attracted to that phenotype and the chick still likes you, it's fine. Yeah?
No.
But okay, so he should leave her then, right?
I don't think he should leave her.
Oh, well then I guess
I just think he would be a weird person. Like,
why do you want this PDF to be with this woman? What sort of monster are you?
Because if he was a PDF, he would actually be with a child.
Oh, wait a second. So now we have a distinction, don't we? So now you have said now that a PDF actually is not a person attracted to this phenotype. It's a person who's with a child. So you just switch your argument. That's it. It's over. It's done. Now we have a clear distinction as to what you actually consider a PDF to be.
Yeah, again, if he's initially attracted to this phenotype, that would make him a pedophile. But if he's already in the relationship and this woman is grown, she has a grown mentality, he knows her real age, then no, it wouldn't be pedophilia.
Why would you want her to be around a PDF file?
What do you mean?
Andrew.
What are you talking about?
If he's attracted to that phenotype, he's a PDF file, right?
Yeah.
And she should
specifically
stay with him
attracted to that phenotype.
And she should stay with him because she loves him. Why wouldn't you demand that she get away from the PDF file?
I mean, I probably would if he was specifically attracted to that phenotype.
Now you would. It's like a tube of toothpaste.
No, because I didn't understand what you were saying before, but I get what you're saying.
I just
you see how silly this is? Totally silly. It makes no sense.
It does. It absolutely does. If you're attracted to a woman who looks like a child, you're probably a pedophile.
I bet this sounded really good on paper until you thought about it for 2 seconds. Like, it makes no sense. You're actually advocating that this woman stay with a person you consider to be a PDF file, which is PDF file apologia. Do you get it now?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Do you believe in like body positivity?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay, that's fine. But I mean, why are you gatekeeping like what an adult woman looks like? Like, you do realize women come in different shapes and sizes.
I'm not gatekeeping.
You're literally gatekeeping.
You're telling us we can't.
You're literally saying, as a man, if you're not attracted to a curvy woman with large boobs
I never
and a
made
fat
any
ass,
specific
like
statements to the phenotype. I'm just saying, if you look at someone and they look like a kid. They look like
I have a 12-year-old niece. She's taller than me. She has big boobs, like big butt. I'm 25. I've been 5'4", 120, B cup. Since I was 15.
Yeah.
So my 12-year-old niece, she looks
I'm not
more
talking about the body type. I understand that women can have flatter chests, women can have smaller hips.
To me, and I'm smaller. How does that make him like? That's just preference, I believe.
Wait, right, and when I was doing runway modeling, right, and I was literally like narrow, like I did not have any curves on my body. Any guy that was attracted, that is a body type. You're talking about. I had a literal.
If he's attracted to
I was so small. So now
but it's
that
not
I have
just
curves,
that
a man is allowed to date me. But before, when I was doing runway, a man wasn't allowed to date me. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Yes, like a man shouldn't be attracted to a child, but having boobs or having a butt does not make you a woman.
Yeah. That's not what I said. That's exactly. You guys keep putting words in my mouth. I never said anything. I never said anything about butt and boobs.
I asked you about curves. I asked you about boobs. I asked you about butt.
I never said anything to that.
Yes, you indicated towards women who have smaller breasts, smaller butt,
I said
and
women
less
who
curvy.
look like children.
Huh?
Women who look like children.
Well, without makeup, people think I'm like 15 all the time.
And when I was doing runway, people thought that I was like 14.
Look, I'm just saying, I feel like women already struggle enough when it comes to like body image issue stuff, and like now you're trying to add on some extra layer.
It's not about the body.
Shut up, stop interrupting. So now you're adding on another layer here, where like women who do have this phenotype now need to all of a sudden be concerned. Oh, is this guy? I really like this guy. He really likes me. Is he a PDF file? Do you realize how crazy that is? A woman with A cup or B cup breast, is she a PDF file? That's literally what you're advocating for. Women already struggle enough with that shit. Why?
If she has a baby face, like for example, Sophia Rain.
Okay, baby face.
Sophia Rain, we were talking about. She looks like a kid, even though she has a curvy body.
Okay, so it would be wrong for me to be attracted to her? That would be PDF file.
Yeah, that brings up a whole different can of
worms. That's more complicated because her body looks grown.
No, commit to the position. Is he a PDF
am I a PDF file if I'm attracted to Sophia?
Come on, commit to the position.
No, because she doesn't look like she's 14. She looks like she's 19.
You said in the face that she looks like... How about he just saw her face? He never saw her body.
Then yeah.
But he knows that she's 20, but never seen her face, never seen her body, just her face, but he knows she's 20. Is he a PDF file?
Well, if he knows he's 20, then...
Well, help me out with this.
If he didn't know, then I would say yeah.
I'm just very curious.
If he didn't know, yes.
This last question, just a yes or no here would be appropriate, but you can respond long form if you need to. I'm just curious. These women who do have these phenotypical expressions that you say, and men who are attracted to those phenotypical expressions are PDF files, would that not entail then that woman should only be with men who aren't attracted to her?
No, she should just be with men.
Well, I don't understand. How could she be with a man who was attracted to her unless that man was a PDF file?
I just think that you should probably... Oh my God.
Damn, bro. I gotta come to the defense of like women with small titties, bro. You're doing a lot. You're throwing a lot of shade at like small titty women, bro.
Oh my God.
Come on, that's crazy. Put a little respect. Yeah. Put a little respect on the small titty committee.
Wait, can I please get an answer?
Yeah, can you get an answer?
How could a woman who had those phenotypical expressions have a man who's attracted to her, and that man not be a PDF file? Can you explain that to me?
A man who knows her age, a man who
he doesn't
gets to know her through her personality.
No, he doesn't know her age, okay? He's attracted to her, okay? He assumes that she's overage, right? But he's attracted to her. Based on those phenotypes specifically, he's attracted to her. Wouldn't all men who approached her have to do it based on the fact they're not, and even, you know what, even better, even if they knew her age, right, but were just attracted to that phenotype, right, you would still have to concede here that this woman could not be with any men who were attracted to her based on her phenotype because they would be PDF files. Therefore, no men who were attracted to her could actually be with her, right?
I see what you're saying there.
Can you answer?
I'm not gonna, like, I'm agnostic on that. Because I'm not gonna say that women shouldn't find love with men who are of their age just because they look younger. I'm not gonna say that.